This was the beginning of our upstate New York trip, passing through New York City, picking up my brother, and onwards to New Paltz. We finally arrived to the house. It was really cozy, right on the farm, where they have horses, donkeys, and chickens. And just a little tour before the rest of the crew arrives. I went for a stroll alone, finally in solitude, enjoying the fresh air and the beautiful landscape all around me. Walking along the countryside reminded me of my old days, the days where I used to roam free in mountains, beaches, and deserts. The life that I used to have before the pandemic, where I spent the last 10 years traveling and adventuring all over the world. So since March, I've been in the States, in New York, where my family reside, and I've been with them since. Although my lifestyle has definitely changed, I've gained a deeper insight in what it is to have inner peace, something that you can't get unless you are still in the heart. It started to snow this day. It was really beautiful. So we decided to go for a walk along the trails to get lost in the snow and all the autumn leaves and enjoy nature. And now with a new perspective, thanks to the virus and the new norm, I don't take walking outside for granted. I don't take seeing my family members for granted. I appreciate every moment that is free, and I cherish every part of this living life, because forever is not promised. We took a stroll in the town of New Paltz, and it was absolutely charming, full of colors, character, and each store was so unique. The next day arrived, and it was a gorgeous morning. The rest of my family arrived, my sister, her husband Ben, and my 2 nephews. And we decided to go for a stroll back to the farm to say hello to all the animals. Being alongside with my nephews these past months have really helped me to grow in ways that you could only grow through these intimate, deep, bonded relationships. I call them my Zen masters. They teach me how to be in the moment. They teach me to let go of emotions. They're authentic, raw, and real. They are my gateway to my inner child where I get to relive my childhood.
Have a nice day, horsies.
Bye.
Go.
You licked him. You licked him. Not totally sure. Somewhere different.
Probably was berry, right, bud?
Look at these berries.
More chairs.
It was actually Halloween, so we decided to enjoy the festivities outside. We took a beautiful hike in the Minnewaska trails, and the boys were in love with the snow, and so were we. Nature is a silent witness of intuition. Nature speaks in all kinds of languages. Nature is interested in the inner eye, the inner ear, the inner capacity to make sense out of something which external consciousness might consider chaotic. Without nature, we cannot revive our intuition. What would it be if we lend a little bit of credence to give trust to the power of their intuition, allowing their intuition to be the platform upon in which we connect our past, present, and future. To see within, to see from the inside out. The see within is the borderless nature of our inner world. It's constantly moving. It goes beyond words. It is a world of vision, feelings, and imagination. The see within cannot be put into boxes, because then it ceases to float. It's to know yourself well enough to put yourself in others' shoes and to bring out the best in you. Nature is where I go to escape, to get lost, to get grounded. It's always been my saving grace. Nature will never judge you. It's so forgiving. It will always be with you. It will heal you, feed you, breathe you. I think this has been a very intense moment for all of us. It's forced us to meet ourselves within. You could either thrive or remain a victim, but that's your choice. I believe the purpose of human life is to evolve and grow. Whatever you do, whether it's a job or a relationship or any task, it should be to help you grow and bring joy onto others. Otherwise, what is the point with all the money in the world and success if you still remain the same person? If the goal of doing anything is to pursue happiness, why not retain that condition now instead of waiting till the end? If that is the point of it all, why not be it now? And after the snow, we arrived to a beautiful apple orchard where we picked and tasted the most sweetest, tastiest apples ever in our lives. As the sun was setting, we ran around, playing in the grass and the fields.
Apple for you, Mama. Really cool. Put it down.
Oh! Move it, Here.
I got it.
You want to taste them?
Okay. My nephew told me that this was the best Halloween he's ever had. And you know what? Me too. The next day, we went on a little hike in a local pond nearby. It was very quiet, not many people, but we really enjoyed the silence.
Hey, is that poison ivy?
We were on our way to a nearby waterfall to enjoy the day before the rain started in a couple of hours. After a day out in the cold, we came back home and my brother cooked up a feast of guacamole, shredded pork, and all the fixings for a delicious taco. This meal brought back great memories of my time in Mexico, where I spent the last 3 years traveling and living in and out of Mexico. where I spent every month in a different village, city, town, and got to learn the culture and its people. It's some of my favorites and the most fondest memories that I've had in all of my adventures. The night continued with a family fun game called Code Names, where we really enjoyed, all participated, playing, laughing, and joking amongst each other. I'd say I'm not a game person, but this by far was my favorite game experience ever. We woke up to the delicious aroma of my brother's cooking, where he was preparing a Korean dish called kimbap. Kimbap is a Korean version of sushi, but instead with meats and lots of vegetables. It was our last day in upstate New York, so we wanted to witness and remember all the last colors of this autumn fall. We drove back to the city just in time to catch the sunset. Happiness is truly at its best when shared.